In this video, I'm going to show you the recent change Google made to its custom audiences, so stay tuned. Alright, so I'm on Google Ads and I'm going to show you the change that Google made to their custom audiences. It's a little confusing, and if you don't understand the difference, then you could be losing out on a lot of money, a lot of conversions, and a lot of success with your business. So, let's check out the audiences. So if you've run YouTube ads or Google ads before, you know that they had custom audiences, which were custom intent and custom affinity. In custom intent was made up of people that are in the market for the keywords that are being searched. So if somebody was looking at best lawnmowers 2020, Google would come up with a custom intent audience based around people that are looking for the best lawnmowers in 2020 and things around that. That means those people have been looking up that phrase in Google and that they are likely to be really interested in that. Custom affinity, on the other hand, is a group of people that are passionate about or interested about certain topics. So it's a lot more broad, it's a lot less intent based, and it's based around people that might be interested in lawnmowers or lawn care or landscaping or things like that, and they might not even be super interested in it. It might be just people that stumbled across that ad once, or maybe they looked up some content related to that one time, whether it was accidental or intentional, but then they didn't come back to it, and it was a long time ago. So knowing that difference can help you drive different results. So if you're going to get brand awareness and just try to scale your campaigns and bring in as many people as possible, then custom affinity is really good for that, because you can put out topics and get those people coming into your offer. Whereas if you're trying to get people with an intent or with a finite purpose in mind, they've been Googling for a certain thing, then custom intent is really powerful. So Google made a change and they actually removed both of those titles. There's no more custom affinity and there's no more custom intent in the title, but they actually put them in a different section under one umbrella term called custom audiences. If you look at a particular audience that you already have, it might be migrated to it already, but if it hasn't, when you create a new one, you will have to look at that. But if you look at one of my audiences right now, so I have affiliate marketing purchase intentions, and it shows a certain demographic report on these people, and I called it that because it's people who want to make money online with affiliate marketing or are looking for an easy way to do that. The people who have searched for any of these terms on Google, so Google properties like YouTube and Google search and stuff like that, this section is for custom intent. So custom intent migrated over to people who are actually searching for these terms on Google. Whereas people with any of these interests or purchase intentions, that's going to be custom affinity. So if you're wondering why your results might be fluctuating, or like you migrated and then you chose the wrong option like I did before, then it might be because you're on the wrong option. So if you're looking for brand awareness or trying to scale your campaign and reach out to different groups and split test them, then you're going to want to use the top one here with any of these interest or purchase intentions. The problem with that, if you're trying to get people to buy or you're doing remarketing or something like that, is that this is a really broad group of people and they might not be finitely interested in that. And if you want people that are looking up the exact terms that you want to either provide your lead magnet or your service around, then the second option is for you. And if you want to learn more about it, you can click on the question marks. So for the first one, it's enter keywords describing your ideal customers' interests or products and services they're actively researching to buy. Your ads will reach people with those interests or purchase intentions based on your campaign settings, such as marketing objective or bidding strategy. Whereas the second one is search terms your ideal customers using on Google. It'll reach those for those terms that are similar or the exact terms that are running on Google properties. On other campaigns, the terms will be used as interests or purchase intentions. So these terms down here are only on Google properties. So if you're on like a different website, it won't apply. Even though it says that it's people that are reaching their interests and purchase intentions, let's take a look at their documentation. You might think twice about it. So I'm here on the support site for Google, and I looked up custom audiences, and it says migration of existing custom intent and custom affinity audience types. So it says if you previously set these up, you don't need to make any changes. They will automatically be migrated to custom audience types. And so that's going to that umbrella section. And basically it's saying if it's custom affinity or custom intent, it's going to fall into one of these categories. So if it's custom affinity, on all the campaigns, the audiences will now become people with any of these interests or purchase intentions. But custom affinity isn't really like intent based, it's usually just interest based, so it's a lot more broad. So saying that they have purchase intentions doesn't necessarily line up with the original purpose of custom affinity. So, I'm not trying to say that Google's wrong, but it's good to keep that in mind, because there's a lot of traffic traps inside of a Google campaign where you want to avoid that. Like there's things with Google search, like if you click the wrong box, it's going to serve to anybody who looks up the United States or Canada or Australia instead of people who actually live there. Or like if you do automatic bidding strategies, but then they're overspending to get data when you could just do manual, so you have full control, or not using match types. So this wouldn't surprise me if this was just something that was written that doesn't necessarily have the same meaning that it should. Same thing with custom intent. So custom intent on display campaigns, audiences with keywords will become people of any of these interests or purchase intentions. The reason it's going to be the same as this one is because display campaigns run on the display network. So these are non-Google properties. These are like those side ads that run on different websites where people are looking up different information, and you've pixeled them, and now they're serving ads to you or to your customers. And so that's going to fall in the same interest category. However, custom intent on YouTube, Gmail, and discovery campaigns, they'll become people who search for any of these terms. And that's because you can track those terms within like a Google product, and it's within the ecosystem of Google specifically. So that is going to be properties like google.com and YouTube. So keep this in mind. I wouldn't say that, Google is lying to you here by saying that they don't have like purchase intentions here. However, custom affinity before was very broad. It's an audience you want to use when you're scaling your campaigns, or you're trying to get brand awareness or build a warm audience, but you generally don't try to sell to those audiences. And generally, if you're trying to sell a product or act on somebody's intent, you go with custom intent. And the issue is that it's saying purchase intent is under affinity, but custom intent is what that was for before. So just keep that in mind as you go. I would say test both. I'm going to test both. I've tested, the custom intent, and I've tested custom affinity. And from my results, I've gotten a lot better conversion rates with custom intent because it's specifically around those keywords, whether it's like my lead magnet that I'm offering, or whether it's like, a service. So that in a nutshell is what you should watch out for. And so when you're looking up terms, you can type things in for both of these, and the reports will be a little different. So like people with any of these interests or purchase intentions, notice how it's 500 million to 1 billion impressions. And gender, it's like 50-50, which is kind of unheard of. And then 25 to 34, 19% of the people there, they're saying non-parent versus parent. And then people are in the MLM, opportunity, small business, and business and industrial. Now, because they have topics, that makes me think it's more broad, because topics is probably the most broad you can get, other than like, really broad keywords and the keywords target. And then if you go to Google, on the other hand, you see that this is a lot different. So we go here, this is 500 million to a billion, which is huge. And you go here to Google, this is 50 million to 100 million. That's insane. Like, that's a big, big difference, right? Like, the max here is 100 million, but the max here is 1 billion. Like, that's a huge difference, and that makes me think that this is a lot more finite. It doesn't mean that less people are on Google or these properties. It just means that it's targeting the audience that you actually want on those properties, where it's high quality traffic around these terms. Notice that it's not 50-50 for the gender anymore. The age gap nearly doubled with that particular group, and then the not apparent is a lot more steep. That doesn't mean that this is inaccurate right here with people that have these interest or purchase intentions. It just means that it's collecting a lot of people. It's interests, which is really broad, or purchase intentions. Well, that doesn't mean they actually want to buy. So, and by the way, these topics are pretty accurate. A lot of people are in MLM and business opportunities in this niche, but that doesn't mean that they're going to want to buy or get my offer. Whereas people are looking for the fastest way to make money with affiliate marketing, that's my lead magnet. It's a guide to help you do that. So this is a lot more targeted. So just keep that in mind. Don't let this confuse you like it confused me. I ran a campaign and spent a lot of money, or at least a couple $100, trying to figure out what's going on. My campaign's not performing well, and I think it's because of this targeting. So keep that in mind. Sometimes it's the targeting. It's not your landing page. It's not your copy on the landing page. It's not your video ad. It's the targeting options have changed. Watch out for that. If you want to learn more about Google Ads or how to optimize your business for leads and sales online using digital advertising, you can email me. I'm going to put my email down in the description below. And then also, you can leave a comment, ask any questions, and check out some of my other videos. I'm going to put a card above where you can look at my other videos on Google Ads. I make a ton of different videos on ads, and by the end, you're going to be an expert at marketing with advertising. And if you want to book a free call with me to go over how to optimize your landing page or your ads, whether it's on Google or Facebook or whatever, to maximize your results, then email me below and we can set something up. If you like this video, hit that like button so more people can see it. Jump on that subscribe button and slap that notification bell so you don't miss a single video from me on how to make more money online and live a happier life. There's a video right after this one, so stay tuned for that. Peace out for now.